Where did you think you would find me when I'm talking about nutrition and eating healthy? In the kitchen! That's where all the magic happens in this house. I'm the cooker in the house. My wife likes to bake. Mrs. Erlinger bakes the things, cakes and things like that. She's really good at pancakes. Anyway, today we're talking more about what foods can help keep you safe and healthy. And we talked about the food guide pyramid. I could start taking some things out of my refrigerator, like on Tuesday. Like I'll ask you about healthy foods and things like that. But I want to show you what I did. Come with me. Let's go to my kitchen table. Now, as you can see, the food pyramid is a triangle. At the top, it has all the things you should only eat a little bit of. You see that little triangle? And then you should have more of the milk and cheese and the meat group, and then even more of the vegetable and the fruit group. But this is the bread, cereal, rice, and pasta group. That you should have the most of. And I can talk about these foods all day, but I'd rather show you what I set up here. Now, I don't have a perfect triangle, but I do have examples of all the different kinds of foods that you might have to make a choice about. Let's take a look, shall we? Okay, I have the grabber over here at the top of the triangle and a broomstick over here. Let's take a look. Let's start at the very top of the triangle. Butter! I like a little butter on my toast with jelly. I like butter on my pancakes, but it's in the very small group, the smallest of all the groups. And right next to the butter is a rainbow cookie. That is from a bakery, and it gets lots of sugar in it. It's very tasty, but it's not super good for your body, so you can only have a little tiny bit of that each day. Let's move down to the next group. We have the milk group and the beans and meat group. Now, as you can see, my children, I guess, really like the milk group. And there's things like cheese and yogurt and ice cream and milk. And my kids like the strawberry yogurt, and they like the regular whole milk with the red cap. Oh, now this is my favorite group, the meat group. This kind of looks like a grilled sausage patty. And that's what I have here, right from the freezer. We grill those up, we mix them with eggs. This, what's inside of here? Okay, so yeah, this is the egg group. Okay, so there's eggs, and let's move this over and see what else. We have eggs, sausage, there's a meat, there's a type of chicken meat, there's a hot dog, there's a fish, and there's a nut, a peanut. This is like chicken breast strips and vegetable tenders. But yeah, this is pretty much in the chicken group, and that is a meat. Let's move down to the next group. So then we have the fruit group. Man, I looked high and low for an apple. I couldn't find one. I thought we might have had one. But we don't have bananas in this house. We don't have oranges. We don't have apples. We don't have pineapples. And we don't have watermelon. We ate the watermelon last week. Now, that would be in the fruit group. But what do we have? Let's see if you can guess what it is. I'll look at the container. Okay. What is that? Yeah, it sure is. Strawberries. That we do have. And these are smaller than strawberries, and they're like a pinkish red. Those are called raspberries. Okay. Well, so this is a much bigger group. Okay. So the fruit group, you should be eating lots and lots of fruit. And then we go over to the vegetable group, things like corn, peppers, onions, lettuce and salads, cauliflower, carrots are cut up. But my kids like snacking on the little bite-sized carrots. They're pretty good to dip in things. And also there's a starchy vegetable called a potato. And, backyard barbecue is a flavor we like. And these are potato chips. Yeah, so the potato chips could be considered in that vegetable group. It's a very starchy vegetable. All right, now the grain group is the biggest group we should all be eating from. And there's things like crackers and pretzels and croissants or crescent rolls. And there's waffles, rice, and bread. Well, take a look at here. We have something called the 8-grain bread. And brown bread is better for you than white bread. whole wheat bread, multigrain, honey oat, and things like that. But also is Ian's favorite, spaghetti. And De Cecco is definitely one of my favorite spaghettis. De Cecco is just the perfect al dente, if you know what I mean. So let's take a look over here. We have big bag of rice. That can last for a long time. I like rice. But this is the things that I eat from this group mostly. Pasta, bread, even bagels. We really like bagels on Long Island and in New York. And this rice is definitely something that you could mix together really nice. So let's take a look at the whole thing. Okay, and there it is. There are all the different food groups. I'm wondering what kind of food groups you like to eat from the most. But just be careful. You know, you want to make sure that the food guide pyramid shows you how much of each group you should be eating. Okay, so it's a really great way to show you what kinds of foods you're eating and how much should you eat. Should you have 10 cookies and 1 carrot? No, that's not how the food pyramid works. Can you have 10 carrots and 1 cookie? Food pyramid would be very happy about that because you're having more of the stuff that's on the bottom, not stuff that's at the very top, the cookies and the butter. There's another thing. Before I cook vegetables sometimes, I use this. This is called olive oil. Now, olive oil is really good if you put on after the vegetables are prepared, but sometimes you might fry something in the olive oil and that changes things a little bit. But oil is something that you use very little of. Fat, oil, sweets. You have to use them sparingly, like just a little bit, just to, help improve the flavor of the food or make it taste better. So, there you have it. Food is important because it gives people energy to work, play, and help them grow. The food guide pyramid shows the food groups and how many servings people should eat every day from each group. Right? That's a nice way to break it down. If you eat the same food every day, your body's only getting that kind of a vitamin, and you want to get all the vitamins from all different foods to help all your body. That's really about it. And I hope you enjoyed my kitchen corner today. Maybe tomorrow I'll put together like a really healthy lunch. I don't know if you'd like that or not, but maybe I could do something like that. Show you how to make a nice sandwich. But anyway, we're going to be moving on. We're going to be testing some different things. So do some experiments this week. We're going to see which type of food leaves an oil stain. Do you think a slice of pizza would leave an oil stain? Or do you think an apple would leave an oil stain? Well, the things that leave the oil stains are not as healthy for you. And an apple would not leave an oil stain. But if you put a slice of pizza on a piece of paper, you might notice there's some grease or oil. Or even if you're having a slice of pizza on a paper plate in a pizzeria, you'll notice when you pick it up, sometimes oil drips off. Well, there you have it. So, I'm going to leave on that note. Eat some healthy stuff, will you? Adios.